चिंकिया, तुझे इतना जोर से चिल्लाने की जरूरत क्या थी? अब हमें देख लिया ना उस डायनासोर ने। इतनी डरपोक है रे तू, एक छोटे से कीड़े से डर गई। अरे अब तो पेड़ पर चढ़ने की कोशिश कर रहा है और चिल्लाओ तेज। अब हम तीनों को वो डायनासोर खा जाएगा। अरे देखो पेड़ पर चढ़ नहीं पा रहा, लगता है अब हम बच जाएंगे। पेड़ को कस के पकड़ लो। लेकिन क्यों मम्मी, जल्दी पकड़ो। बाप रे, अब तो पेड़ को गिराने की तैयारी में है, इसीलिए तो कह रही हूँ कि पेड़ को कस के पकड़ लो। अरे वो पेड़ को नहीं तोड़ पाएगा, ये पेड़ बहुत ही मजबूत है। मम्मी बचाओ, मैंने कहा था ना कि पेड़ को कस के पकड़ लो। अब गिर गया ना तू। नहीं नहीं, मुझे मत खाना डायनासोर चाचा। अरे मम्मी जल्दी कुछ करो, नहीं तो वो डायनासोर चिंटुआ को खा जाएगा। चिंटुआ हिलना मत, बस चुपचाप वहीं बैठे रहना। मुझे बहुत डर लग रहा है मम्मी, डरोगे तो वो तुम्हें खा जाएगा। हुई हुई हुई, चल भाग जा और जाके कीड़े मकोड़े खा, मुझे मत खा। मम्मी और चिंकी बचाओ मुझे। अरे मम्मी वो डायनासोर चिंटुआ को लेकर भाग रहा है, अब क्या करें? चलो उसके पीछे पीछे हम भी चलते हैं। हाँ जल्दी चलो, मेरे बेटे को छोड़ दे डायनासोर के बच्चे। मम्मी बचाओ, तुम डरना मत चिंटुआ, मैं आ रही हूँ तुम्हें बचाने के लिए। और तेज दौड़ो चिंकी, वो डायनासोर बहुत तेज भाग रहा है। अरे तू मुझे कहाँ लेकर जा रहा है डायनासोर, मुझे छोड़ देना।
अरे टेम्पो को रोक लो रे, घिसटते घिसटते मेरा शरीर छिल गया है।
तुम पीछे देख रहे हो कि डायनासोर है, हम टेम्पो नहीं रोक सकते।
अरे बाबू आगे देख।
क्या है आगे? अरे वो सांड के बच्चे, जल्दी आगे से हट जा, नहीं तो तुझे डायनासोर खा जाएगा।
उस सांड के साइड से टेम्पो को निकाल लो।
ठीक है, कोशिश करता हूँ।
अरे बाबू रे, वो डायनासोर इतने बड़े सांड को उठाकर इतना दूर फेंक दिया।
तो सोचो हमारा क्या होगा।
अरे सोच के ही डर लग रहा है। भगाते रहो, टेम्पो को रोकना मत। अरे टेम्पो को रोको और मुझे भी बैठा लो उसमें।
अरे तू मुझे ये जंगल में क्यों लेकर आ गया? अरे ये मुझे तो अपने बच्चों को खाने के लिए लाया है। अरे मम्मी, हम इतने बड़े जंगल में कहाँ ढूंढेंगे चिंटू को? वो डायनासोर इसी जंगल में लेकर आया है चिंटू को। चारों ओर देखती रहो और उसे ढूंढो। मुझे तो बहुत डर लग रहा है, जरूर इस जंगल में भूत पिचास भी रहते होंगे। डरो मत और चिंटू को ढूंढो। मुझे यहाँ से जल्दी भागना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो अगर अंडे में से डायनासोर के बच्चे निकल गए तो वो मुझे चाउमीन की तरह खा जाएंगे। अरे दादा, इस अंडे के अंदर तो एक डायनासोर का बच्चा है, लेकिन वो कितना बड़ा है, अभी छोटा है तब भी। चिंकिया, तुम्हें सुनाई दिया? उस डायनासोर की दहाड़ सुनाई दे रही है। वो जरूर इसी जंगल में कहीं है। कहीं वो चिंटू को खा तो नहीं गया? नहीं नहीं, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता, उसे कुछ नहीं होगा। चलो जंगल के और अंदर चलकर उसे ढूंढते हैं।
अरे अब तो टेम्पो को रोक लो, पीछे वो डायनासोर नहीं है। अरे वो सही कह रहा है बाबू, वो डायनासोर चला गया।
चला जा टेम्पो में मदारी।
ठीक है, आता हूँ, रोके रहना। अरे बाबू आगे देख, डायनासोर आ गया। अरे मैं फिर से छूट गया, रुको। अब फिर से शरीर छीलेगा।
अरे मम्मी देखो, वो रहा डायनासोर। अरे वो तो डायनासोर का घोंसला है और उसमें डायनासोर के बड़े बड़े अंडे हैं।
The night the forest swallowed the princess, no one heard her scream, because the trees answered first. Branches bent inward like listening ears, roots lifted like arms, and the moon dimmed as if it had learned fear. Princess Aloan had been running for hours, silk torn, crown lost, breath burning her chest, chased not by beasts but by her own people. They called her cursed, cloaked in shadow since birth, a child who made candles flicker and leaves whisper her name. When her foot caught on a root and she fell hard into the moss, she knew this was where the story was supposed to end. But instead of death, the forest breathed around her, warm and alive, and a voice, old as rain, gentle as grief, said, "Stay." That was the moment the princess disappeared from the kingdom's history and became a secret the forest decided to keep. Years earlier, Aloan had been born during an eclipse, her first cry echoing strangely through the palace halls. Wherever she lay, shadows gathered softly, not dark with malice but thick with comfort, like blankets drawn too close. Her father, the king, loved her fiercely in private but feared her publicly. Her mother died when Aloan was 7, whispering with her last breath that the child was not cursed but chosen. Still, fear is louder than love when crowds gather. Courtiers spread rumors. Priests spoke of omens. And when crops failed one bitter winter, the blame found its way to a small girl who preferred trees to people and spoke to the dark like an old friend. The king tried to protect her, but love can only do so much against a tide of terror. One night, advised that the forest beyond the kingdom's edge could cleanse what was wrong, Aloan was taken there under false promises and left. The forest did not ask her name. It already knew. It wrapped her wounds with dew and leaf, fed her with berries that glowed faintly at dusk, and taught her how to listen. Aloan learned that trees remember everything: the joy of birds, the ache of axes, the patience of centuries. She learned that shadows were not the absence of light, but its companion, resting where light could not reach. When she cried, the rain softened. When she laughed, foxes lingered nearby. The forest did not make her powerful. It showed her she already was. But power without purpose is just another kind of loneliness, and some nights Aloan stared toward the invisible kingdom, wondering if she had truly been abandoned or merely misunderstood. Years passed, and the kingdom beyond the trees rotted quietly. Without Aloan, something vital had gone missing. The land grew brittle, seasons harsh and uneven. The king aged rapidly, guilt carving deep lines into his face. He sent hunters and soldiers into the forest, but none returned unchanged. Some came back silent, eyes full of green reflection. Others never came back at all. The forest was not cruel. It simply defended what it loved. Aloan felt each intrusion like a bruise and struggled with anger that burned hotter than fear. She could command roots to rise, shadows to bind, but every time she did, she remembered her mother's words and held back. She did not want to become the monster they already believed her to be. The turning point came when a boy stumbled into the forest, half dead from hunger, carrying a broken bough and wearing the colors of the kingdom. Aloan could have hidden. Instead, she stepped into the light. The boy, Rowan, expected claws or fangs. What he saw was a woman wrapped in moss-green cloth, shadows moving gently around her like living silk, eyes tired but kind. He told her the truth with the honesty of desperation. The king was dying, the land failing, and people whispering that the lost princess was the only hope left. Aloan felt the old wound tear open. Hope, she realized, always arrives late, after fear has done its damage. She faced a choice the forest could not make for her. Stay safe, unseen, and let the kingdom crumble under its own ignorance, or return to a place that had rejected her, knowing they might do so again. That night, the forest was restless. Leaves shook without wind. Shadows pressed close, as if afraid to let her go. Aloan knelt, hands in the soil, and thanked the trees for saving her when no one else would. "I will come back," she promised, not knowing if it was true. When she walked into the kingdom at dawn, people froze. Some fell to their knees. Others reached for weapons. The shadows followed her, but they did not threaten, they sheltered. Aloan went straight to the palace, where her father lay weak and broken. The king wept when he saw her, not as a ruler, but as a man who had failed his child. Aloan did not speak of blame. She took his hand and felt the pulse of the land echo through him, faint but alive. Healing did not come easily. She had to confront the fear she carried, the anger she had buried, and the truth that forgiveness is harder than revenge. The greatest challenge was not saving the land. It was teaching people to see differently. Aloan stood before the crowd that once condemned her and showed them the forest's memories, how it had suffered, how it had given, how balance had been broken by fear. Crops revived slowly, rivers cleared, and seasons steadied, not because of magic alone, but because people began to listen. Axes were laid down. Promises were kept. The kingdom learned that light and shadow must exist together, just as strength and compassion must share the same heart. When the king passed peacefully months later, Aloan did not take the throne in the old way. She ruled as a bridge between forest and stone, past and future. She wore no crown, only a cloak woven of leaves and twilight, a reminder of where she had been saved. And every year, she returned to the forest, walking its paths, whispering gratitude into bark and root. The story people tell now is not about a cursed princess or a dangerous forest. It is about a girl who was rejected, a place that chose her anyway, and the courage it takes to return not for revenge, but for healing. Because sometimes, the thing that hides you from the world is also the thing that teaches you how to save it. And the deepest shadows exist not to consume us, but to remind us where the light truly belongs.